Hello, everybody. Welcome to the St. John Lateran version of Monday Musings. Today's the feast of the dedication of the Basilica of St. John Lateran, which is the cathedral church for the Diocese of Rome. As Father Gregory pointed out in his homily this morning, um, many people assume that St. Peter's Basilica is the cathedral of the Diocese of Rome, but it's not actually not. St. John Lateran is the cathedral church. That is where the Pope, in his role as the Bishop of Rome, functions as any other diocesan bishop would, as Bishop Soto does in the Cathedral of the Blessed Sacrament in Sacramento. So that's the Rome version of the Pope's Cathedral church. So we had a chilly weekend. This weekend, the weather has definitely changed. It looks like we might be going directly from summer into winter and skipping fall altogether. For those of you, especially who came to the 9 o'clock mass yesterday, it was rather chilly. Probably about as chilly as we want to be out there on the blacktop. Though we had a good crowd, we had I think almost 140 people came to that mass, and the 11 o'clock was equally well attended. And so again, we're going to continue to do those masses outside for as long as we possibly can. Now we're looking at the other end of the weather. It's rather too cold and rainy to have mass outside rather than too hot as it was when we started the summer. And thanks be to God, the fire season has seemed to have wound down, and the fire danger and smoke danger is no longer pressing. So again, we'll be doing that as long as we can. We'll be live streaming all the masses that are indoor, whether they are live stream only, like the 2 5s and with no congregation, or as we're currently able to do the 7 and the 1 on Sunday with a congregation and live stream as well. So um, I mean by the staff and we have just had a long staff meeting this afternoon talking about the various possibilities of what we do um, if we're able to have masses in the church, and what the Christmas schedule will look like for that, or if we are not able to be inside, and what the schedule will look like. So when we get closer, because as you know, the state is always in flux. Last week, Solano County announced that we would be in the red tier for at least 2 more weeks from now. So we'll be looking for that change to possibly happen. We obviously pray that it won't, but that will be the Tuesday of Thanksgiving week, where we would expect the county to say that we get to stay in red, which means we can have indoor masses, or we go back to the purple stage, which means there have been more infections, and that we're not able to have public masses inside, but that we would hope that they would continue to be able to have masses outside again, as long as the weather permits, because of course now it's getting cold and rainy, because we are hitting hopefully our rainy season, because we do need the rain. So maybe we can start praying for an appropriate amount of rain, because we certainly don't want to be deluged. So that's pretty much all I have to say for this week here at Monday Musings. Again, we're doing very well. I did want to encourage people to please don't be tardy to Mass. We had to actually turn some people away on Friday because we hit our maximum, which does happen especially on First Fridays, as last Friday was. As more people want to come to Mass to celebrate that First Friday devotions. but again, a number of people were late, and so we unfortunately, had to turn those people away, not because they were late, but because we were to capacity. So would encourage you to, if you're coming to Mass, to make the effort to get here before Mass starts. That is true for the 9 and 11 on Sundays, because it does take time to check in because we have to do the contact tracing. Yes, I can say that. Just with your name and telephone number. Fortunately, we have not had to use that information. No one has reported being sick coming down with COVID. So that's, again, very, very good news. So again, but I think that's people are being very good, wearing their masks, staying 6 feet apart, using hand sanitizer, all those precautions that we are taking these days to keep one another safe. And finally, just would remind you what I said a couple weeks ago. For those of you who have not been able to back to Mass since we reopened this summer, so those of you who have not had Holy Communion since the spring, so in excuse me, in March, please do give a shout, give me a call, or shoot me an email. I would be happy to arrange a visit with Father Gregory, myself, Brother John Peter, or perhaps one of the deacons to bring you Holy Communion, because again, 6 months, is a long time, and particularly if we change status again and have to shut down, or not shut down, but not have inside public masses. When the weather gets cold and rainy, we're not going to be able to have Mass outside. So just anyway, just an invitation for those of you who haven't received communion since March or April to give a call, and we're happy. I had a lovely visit with some longtime parishioners this past weekend. A number of you have gave us a call or an email, and Father Gregory and I are working to get through that list so we can visit you hopefully very soon, and then maybe get into some kind of pattern. So again, thank you for your support, both of the Rosary Sunday campaign. We're doing very well. We're up to over $33,000 in gifts. So thank you very much for those of you who have been able to contribute to that. The Rosary Sunday campaign goes all year, though the push really is on Rosary Sunday on the first Sunday of October. But if you are able and can contribute, you are still able to contribute. You just go to opwest/rs. That's opwest/rs. And you can donate online, or you can send a check directly to the province in Oakland or here at St. Dominic's, and we will forward the check. Thank you again to those of you who continue to support the parish with your gifts. As you saw in the budget report, of course, we are under budget, both for income and for expenses. So we do still need your help. The more that people can help now, if we have to do kind of a close the gap campaign in the spring, that will be make that number that much smaller. So if your situation is stable and you are able to contribute to the parish, we are most grateful. So thank you. God bless you. Stay safe, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye for now.